Alright, ladies, gentlemen and kitties, today I will be riding the Indian Scout Papa. What's with all the bobber craze lately? Oh well, time for me to figure it out. On. There's a little ceremony there. It's on neutral. It's on. Alrighty. I don't understand the craze of bobber style bikes. It started with the Triumph, then Harley followed suit, and then now Indian has its own way of interpreting the genre. So basically it's based on a regular Scout, and evidently it has a narrower bars, and weirdly enough it has a digital, just like the regular all the Scouts. It has a digit style tachometer. That Mini's not yielding. I don't know why, whatever. Okay, the gear indicator shows you while you're traveling more than 5 miles an hour. But while you're creeping along, see, like right now I'm on neutral, I'm on clutch down, I'm pressing my clutch. Oh, every time I squeeze my clutch, the gear indicator disappears. Oh, okay, that's how it works. Okay, cool. As you can see, the Scout is a small cruiser, but I'm hunkered down like a sport naked bike. But of course, with my foot sitting far forward. For a fact, this bike is also based on the Victory Octane. It's one of my favorite entry-level cruisers. Unfortunately, Victory, rest in peace, is no longer sold. If you can get a used one, you will get a good deal. One thing I love about the Victory Octane is you can get an optional tachometer, an analog tachometer, to complement with your analog speedometer. And this is one of the easiest cruisers to ride with. Oops. I scraped my pegs on that. Alrighty, a little too aggressive. Just like the old Scout and Octane models, they're very light. It has a 69 cubic inch V-twin, has 100 horsepower. This is my first ever regular Scout that I've ridden. The last Scout that I ridden was the Scout 60, on which it has 5 speeds, lesser horsepower, and basically that's a real entry-level bike. But this one is decent for everyday commuting, although I feel big in here. It's very comfortable, but I'm a little hunkered down, like a naked, but with my feet leaning forward. Okay, ergonomics check. Sofa style riding position, nothing is hitting my leg. 6'2", 200 to 220 pounds, with a 32-inch inseam. You'll see it on the screen. This engine revs so smooth. And there's no significant vibes on it. It is so flickable to ride. This and the Victory Octane, I love those two bikes. I gotta be careful leaning in this thing. I'm gonna keep it a second. I'll shut up now, so you can hear the engine now. There's significant vibes between 3,000 to 4,000 revs. But you get some aftermarkets to quell that. But right now in stock form, it really doesn't bother me. Very torquey bike. Snobby looking guy. Yeah, it starts to vibe on my butt. Around between 4,000 to 5,000 revs. But it only happens when you punch it. Those mirrors are weird, but everyone likes them. And it gives a good visibility at the back. So that's pretty good. I'm still at third gear. Let me go fourth gear. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Fifth gear. Oh yeah, it's very relaxing, the freeway. Although the rush hour has caught up. Sportster. But even though in high gears, the torque is just there. Every time I shift, the shift indicator looks confused. Okay. This guy. Ay. Fifth gear. Look at that. It picks up really fast. It really picks up really fast. It works really well on low to mid range. Even in slow speeds, even if you try to crank this bike up, it's very satisfying to ride. It feels it's not going to do anything to you. See? See, it goes 6 and then 5. Then I'm at 6th gear now. There you go. Now it sounds like a lazy bike now. That's what cruisers are. Wind buffeting is pretty good. Especially if you're in a warmer climates. This is very good. It doesn't bother me. Although we're not doing highway speeds right now because of this stupid rush hour. See, you can see that? Las Vegas rush hour. Well, of course, it's not compared to New York or LA or any of the tri-state area. Or Manila, for sure. Oh, look at that. It's a very flickable bike. I got nothing to complain on. It has a very low center of gravity. We're going to turn right here. Rev match is pretty good. Rev match is really easy, but you have to lift your feet up a little bit to shift gears. Of course, this is not a traditional cruiser nor a sport bike. So easy to rev match. Rear brakes are very direct. No play at all. Front brakes are very responsive. Let me try to rev it at first gear. It's very bright right now, but the gauges are very legible at the moment. I think our colleagues at the back are the torque will push you back, so you really have to lean forward even more to do it. It might bother your someone's back. To some people, it will bother your lower back doing that. You have to really do some crunches for you to get used to it. Clutch bite is a little bit on the low side, so which is good. Good thing I'm wearing good glasses. And every time you shift, it just you just try to make up its mind which gear are you at first before it settles to that gear number. So I don't know if I look like a dork, like whenever I ride a smaller bikes, like the R3, I look like a bear, or an R1, I look ridiculous in it. I'm not so sure with the Octane and the Scout series. I don't know how I feel like it. There you go. Sounds nice. It's a very leisurely bike. In fact, if I want a really a nice cruiser, a V-twin for the budget, I'd rather have this. I've ridden the Kawasaki Vulcan S, but in the end, that has a 600cc motor. It is a parallel twin. It doesn't deliver a full experience, although it's a very satisfying bike to ride. And if you want the Kawasaki reliability, but that's what I heard. The Polaris bikes, Victory and Indian, are very reliable too. So you just have to factor in. But I would still recommend you to test ride both bikes. The Vulcan S has very chunky feel, and it doesn't beat you up. While this one it has the traditional bike feel. See, look at that. It's so torquey, it's so easy to ride. Oh yeah, the clutch feel on this bike is kinda, clutch feel is this bike is a little stiff, so if you shift too frequently, it'll make your hands tire a bit. Yeah, it feels so light, although it's not light. The bobber feels a little bit lighter than the Octane. I've ridden the Octane with a stage 2 and a stage 2 with an exhaust and a stock one. This one feels a bit lighter, but I like the look of the Octane better than the bobber per se, simply because I don't like those demon lights at the back with the offset license plate. It kinda my OCD kinda annoys, it gets annoying on that. But it feels lighter. It feels very light. Oh, okay. It feels definitely lighter than the Octane because it has less gizmos, and it's a lot more aggressive riding position compared to the Octane or the Scout 60. But there's a way you can't go wrong with these three bikes: the Octane, the Scout 60, which is this one, and the regular one, like over there, and the Octane. You can't go wrong with those bikes. But I still prefer the Octane simply because I can get an option of an analog tachometer. But the good thing is with this rev counter, you can, I think, adjust it. But and these are the slots for the stock mirrors. Since the bobber has to be cool, suave, badass. Yeah, just like the Octane, the Scout 60, this bobber is my favorite. The Polaris, Polaris 69 cruisers are my favorite. One of my favorite cruisers. Yet, for now, till one rises up to the occasion, especially in the affordable bike category. I really like the Polaris 69 series. Scout Classic, Scout 60, Scout Bobber, and the Octane. They're so nice to ride. And it's good on the budget too. Despite its flaws and everything. Yeah, if you really push this bike up, if you really wanna give the taps on this bike, you better hang on, because this bike will make you go throw you out. Like any of the Yamaha FZ series. Well, despite the FZs are wheelie bikes, it's so relaxing to ride. Yep. No, the only bike that got close to this is the Vulcan S, but that's at a real American cruiser. This one is. And I'm really applaud Polaris for producing a bike like this. I'm really happy. And it's still the benchmark of the entry-level cruiser. Yeah, these three bikes are hard to fault, but my favorite version will be still the Octane. Too bad the Octane is gone, but I could get a good deal for the used bike market. Plus, they said that they'll support the parts till for 10 years. You won't have problems with the Octane because the Scout series shares the same parts for it. So happy on that part. Alrighty. She says stop here. Okay. Neutral? No. Oh well, I'll just turn it off. 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 Kickstand is pretty hard to locate, but low enough to modulate it.
Make it a bobber.
So here you go. The Scout Bobber.
Yes. Scout Bobber.
Yep, Scout Bobber. I'm doing YouTube there. So look at the profile. Badass. So most people love that type of profile here. I just don't like those demon eyes. I kind of like the stock look of the Scout Classic or the Scout 60, like right there. As you can see, the Scout Bobber almost has the same presence as the Victory Octane, but it has the genre down pat. All I can say about the Scout Bobber and the Polaris 69 series, 2 thumbs up. So I'll see you guys later.